welcome back to part 3 of this 4-part series. I'm Coach Molly here from Fit Life Coaching Community, and I'm so excited to be bringing you today's workout that is focused on strengthening our core, working our abdominals, and I can't wait to get to it. So we're going to jump right in as soon as I tell you what you're going to need for this workout. This is a body weight only workout, so all you're going to need is a bit of space. However, you might find that for today's workout, it's more comfortable if you are on carpet or if you have a mat, maybe a yoga mat or some kind of mat that you can lie out on the ground, because we are going to be working down on the floor quite a bit. So just grab yourself a mat or find yourself a carpeted space where you can do this routine. In addition to that, there are a couple of movements that you might find having a chair or an elevated surface of some kind helpful to you. So if you have a coffee table that is sturdy or a dining room chair, something not on wheels, so not an office chair, something nice and sturdy that's not going to be tipping side to side on you, that's not going to slide across the floor, that might be helpful as well. So grab those things and let's get going. All right, we're going to jump into our warm-up with jumping jacks. We're right here. You can be jumping or stepping here for your warm-up, for your jumping jacks, either stepping those feet out side to side at a nice quick pace or jumping. Oh, I found a creaky spot on my floor. Keep going. Whether you're here or here, that's great. Just keep moving. 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna go to good mornings. We're stretching all the way up and all the way down, all the way up and all the way down, full range of motion, getting a nice stretch in our hamstrings at the bottom there. Good. One more. Good. And stay down at the bottom here. We're going to walk our hands over to the outside of our right foot, stretching, bringing our nose down towards our knee, and then walking your hands over to the outside of your left foot. Again, bringing the nose down towards the knee. Good. Bringing the hands back towards center, and then we're going to drop our booty down into a squat. Good. From there, lift your hands up high and stand up tall. Good. Again, hinging over. Drop your booty down into a squat. Lift your hands up and stand. Good. We've got 2 more just like that. Hinge, squat, lift, and stand. These are challenging. Bend, squat, lift, and stand. Good. Bring those hands together in front of you. We're going to open up, gazing back over that back hand, and then bringing them back together. Engaging those abdominals, open up, and bring it back to center. Good. We're just getting into that thoracic spine, that upper back, opening up our chest, getting that nice rotation. Good. One more to each side. Open and close, open and close. Good. Let's go into reverse lunges here. We're going to reach those arms up and overhead as we step back. So you're stepping back into that reverse lunge, just lowering that back knee down towards the floor. It doesn't have to come all the way to the floor. You might even start with kind of a small range of motion here since we're just warming up. Feel free to hold on to a nearby wall or chair if that's helpful for balance. Good. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Take those feet out nice and wide. We're going to skate side to side here. You might find that you can reach that hand down to one knee or all the way down to the foot. So skating side to side, getting into those lateral lunges, getting a nice stretch through the inner thigh. Good. Just skating side to side. Whether you're going from knee to knee or foot to foot. Getting all warmed up. We have a fun workout today, really working our abdominals, our core, and we're gonna hit everything while we're at it. We're gonna feel good while we're doing it, and we're gonna feel great when we're done. 3, 2, 1, very good. Go back to those jumping jacks right here. Again, you can step out to the side right here. Keep going. Good, 10 more seconds here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Roll your wrists and your ankles, and we're gonna hop in to this workout. Let's go. Our first movement in this workout is a candlestick roll. So you have options. This is when you're gonna wanna use that mat or make sure that you're on carpet. Here's the easiest variation. It's just gonna be a rock and roll, rocking back and coming up and trying to keep those feet from hitting the floor. In doing so, you're really engaging those abdominals. So you'll rock back, sit up, and try to not let those feet hit the floor. If you want to step up from there, you'll extend those legs long, roll back, shooting those feet up overhead, come up and reach the toes. So again, shoot the feet up, come back, reach towards the toes. That's level number 2. The third level is that same candlestick roll, shooting the feet up overhead, and then popping all the way up onto your feet. So let me show you that. Here we go, roll back, roll forward, I land on my feet, and I hop. Roll back, shoot the feet up, roll up, and jump. So you choose the variation of this movement that works best for you. We're gonna be working for 40 seconds, resting for 20 seconds. And that's how we'll do our entire workout today. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, and I'll use those 20 seconds of rest each time to introduce the next movement. So we have about 20 seconds here before we jump into this routine. So get your mat ready and choose which variation of this exercise works best for you, whether you're gonna roll and keep those feet from tapping the floor, whether you're gonna do that L sit, reaching the toes and shooting the feet up towards the sky, or whether you're going to attempt to get all the way to your feet. Ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. We're working. Roll. Try to keep those feet from touching. Good. You can hold on to the backs of the legs here. Make sure that you're sitting up tall each time. I'll show you that second variation here. That second variation is going to look like this. Feet out long, reach towards your toes, roll back, shoot the feet up overhead, roll up, sit up tall. Good. Now notice, as I bring my feet up over my head, they're not going way past my face. They're just going straight up to the sky as soon as they're up overhead. So I'm not reaching them to the wall behind me like this. Instead, they're going straight up to the sky. Ready? And rest. Good. All right. Our next movement is a bear crawl. So if you want to work on a chair, great. I'm going to show you right here. You're going to be down on the floor, up on your toes, lifting the knees up off of the floor. From there, you're going to do shoulder taps. So if this is too much, you can be up on the chair. Right here, same thing, bear crawl position, shoulder tapping. 3, 2, 1, and work. Bear crawl, get in that bear crawl position, shoulder taps. Now, the idea here is to not allow your body to tip side to side. So when you lift that arm to tap the shoulder, you're going to notice those hips want to shift from one side to the next, and you're going to resist that movement by tightening those abdominals. So if you're down on the floor, it's going to look like this. Keeping those knees at a hover, trying to keep those hips from shifting side to side. Good job. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good, we have 20 seconds rest here. And our next movement is a windmill. So we're up on our feet. We're going to take our toes and move them to the right. All right, then you're going to take that right hand down towards your right toe, left arm up towards the sky. Ready? We're working. We're gonna kick that left hip back behind us, out behind us, and then stand up tall. So we're using the obliques. We're hinging here down towards the floor and then standing up tall, using those obliques. Notice here that that hip is kicking back behind me, kicking out and then coming right back in. So I'm not only using my core here, my abs, sorry, but my glutes as well, because the booty is part of our core. All right, here we go. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and rest. Good. We have 20 seconds of rest, and then we have that same movement on the other side. So we're gonna take those feet hip width distance apart, move those toes over towards the left side of the room this time. Take our left hand down towards our left foot, right arm high. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We're working. That back hip is going back behind us, and then stand up tall. Kick it back behind you, making those hips and shoulders work together here. Right here, we're keeping that torso in a nice straight line, working hips and shoulders together. Now you might find that your range of motion, you don't reach all the way to the floor, and that's totally okay. Not important. Just go to where your range of motion allows you to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good. We have 20 seconds of rest here, and our next movement is a cross-body mountain climber. So if you want to modify this movement, you're going to be up on a chair, and we're going to bring our knee to our opposite elbow, back out to that high plank, squeeze, and back out, or down on the floor. Ready? Here we go. And we're working cross body, opposite knee to elbow, squeeze. Really see if you can make contact here. Use that elevated surface. If this is too much on the floor, then just lift those hands up onto that coffee table or chair. Just make sure that that surface is nice and stable. Good. You're halfway. Here we go. Squeeze. Squeeze. 10 seconds. Cross-body mountain climbers. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job. Woo! All right, our next movement is down on the floor. It's called a dead bug. We're gonna be on our backs, knees bent at 90 degrees, wrists bent at 90 degrees like we're crawling on the ceiling. We're working on keeping our low back in contact with the mat, and we're gonna extend opposite arm and leg. Ready? And we're working opposite arm and leg, extend, and then come back to center. Extend, and come back to center. Good, we're moving slowly here. We're not racing through, and we're really thinking about keeping that low back in contact with the floor or the mat. So as you extend that leg out long, you might find that the low back wants to arch. You're gonna resist that and keep it in contact with the floor. Good, inhale, extend, exhale back to center. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, up off the floor. Or no, sorry, stay down here. Stay on the floor. We have a side plank. All right, a side plank with a reach through. It's gonna look like this. The full variation is up on our feet, top arm reaches through, and then goes back to center. If that's too much, lower that bottom knee. Ready? Here we go. Reaching through and up. Good. Really rotating. Good. Now, if you're on that knee in that modified variation and you want it to be a little more challenging, you can work on lifting that top leg. It's really going to challenge your balance there. Or if you're in that full side plank, you could still work on lifting that top leg, taking it, up a notch farther. Good. Reaching through. If this is too much on the wrist, feel free to go down to the forearm. Same thing here, reaching through and rest. Good job. 20 seconds of rest, and we have the same movement on the other side. Good. 10 more seconds here. So modification, bottom knee is down, foot can be back behind you, right here reaching through, and go. Right here, side plank, reach through. Inhale as you reach up towards the sky. Exhale as you thread it through. Good. You choose the variation that works best for you, whether that means you're up on both feet here, or you have that bottom knee resting on the floor. Maybe you're working on lifting that top leg. Good. Exhale as you reach through. Here we go. Stick with it. 3, 2, 1, and rest for 20 seconds. Good job. We have our last movement, which is a squat with a knee raise. So we're going to be here, squat, and then we're bringing opposite knee to elbow, squat, opposite knee to elbow, or you can do a kick. So squat, kick that foot out, opposite hand to foot. Ready? And go. Here we go. Squat and kick or high knee. Good. And if you find that that high knee or that kick is just a little bit too much, just omit it and stay right here with the squat. Good. After this movement, we have a 1-minute rest to get a sip of water, and then we'll be back here for 2 more rounds. Good. Squat. Keep working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Grab a drink of water. That's round 1. We have 2 rounds to go, and we're going to work on those same movements. So now we've seen them once. They'll come to us a little bit easier. Maybe not easier. They'll come to us, we're familiar with them now. All right, so take this time to rest. You have about 30 more seconds. Our first movement is those candlestick rolls. So remember, you can choose your variation. Either rolling here and working on not allowing those feet to hit the floor, or straight leg, kicking up to the sky, or take it all the way up to a jump. Ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. We're working right here, candlestick roll. Choose the variation that works best for you. When you roll back, make sure that that chin stays up away from your chest, so we're not compressing the spine at the back of that roll. Maybe you want to get ambitious and go for that hop. Honor your body. Choose the movement that works best for you, that is a challenge, but is safe. Good. All of these movements work our abdominals, there's no doubt about it. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. All right, so we're flipping over for that bear crawl. In that bear crawl, we're doing those shoulder taps. If you find that it's too much to do those shoulder taps, just work on holding your bear crawl. That's gonna be a lot of work. All right, you also have the option of moving those hands up to the chair. Ready? Go. We're bringing those knees up off the floor, and then working on those shoulder taps. Tapping opposite shoulder, nice and slow with control. Working on not allowing those hips to rock side to side. So if we get lazy here and we don't tighten our core, we're gonna really get sloppy with those hips. Keeping them nice and square. Good. Again, you have the option to come to hands elevated here. You're still in that bear crawl position. You're gonna feel those abdominals engaging, and you might still work on those shoulder taps. And rest. Good job. Those 40 seconds fly by. Okay, we're going into the windmills. These are a little bit technical, but you can do it. Feet hip width distance apart. Bring both toes to the right side of the room. Soften that front knee and think about sliding that back hip back behind you. Ready? And here we go. Top hand high. Maybe watch that top hand. Looking, lowering that bottom hand down towards the floor, and then standing up tall. Hips and shoulders working together here to keep that torso nice and long. Everything's working together. Good. We're strengthening not only our obliques here, the sides of our abs, but also our glutes and our adductor muscles. These muscles right here in the inner thigh, all part of our core strength, making us more athletic and strong, and rest. Good job. All right, same thing, other side. These windmills, they don't always feel like you're doing a lot when you're doing them, but you might feel them tomorrow. In places you might not even know exist. Ready? Bring those toes to one side, soften that front knee, that back hip slides back. Ready? Here we go. Good. Hips and shoulders are moving together. This might be a new movement for some of you, and that's good. It's good for us to try new things, right? If we just do the same thing over and over again, we don't improve, we don't challenge or push ourselves, and we get burnt out and bored. So embrace the newness. It doesn't have to be perfect. Consistent beats perfection every time. Here we go. Send that hip back behind you, and then squeeze the glutes at the top. Ready? Last one, and rest. Good job. Woo! All right, from there, we're going into our cross-body mountain climber. So this is not like your mountain climber where you're sprinting to the end. This is a nice, slow, controlled movement, bringing our knee across the body, squeezing, and stepping it back out. Maybe you're up on the chair, maybe you're down on the floor. Ready? Here we go. We're working 40 seconds of work here. Squeeze and step it back. Squeeze. Good. Really focus on that mind-muscle connection here. Don't just fly through these movements. Really think about squeezing those abdominals. Exhale all of your air out each time. Good. Here we go. This is one of my favorite movements for developing a nice, strong abdomen, a nice defined core, if that's what you're aiming for. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job resting there. Whew. All right, next movement, dead bug. That's probably my second favorite movement for ab development. All right, ready? It's like we're crawling on the ceiling here, remember? Flex those wrists, knees bent at 90, hips bent at 90, and alternating arm and leg going up. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Here we go. We're working. If you haven't started, get started now. Here we go. Extend and bring it back to center. Working on keeping that low back in contact with the floor. Here we go. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it back to center. Keep that low back in contact with the floor. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right. Oh, I remember last time I told you to stand up. Don't stand up. Stay here. We're going into those side planks. Again, you have options here in this side plank. You can be down on the forearm if that works best for you, right here, or up with that bottom knee on the ground. Ready? We're reaching through. Exhale. Here we go. We're working 40 seconds to go. Full range of motion. Really reaching that top arm all the way through. This is a great time to breathe. Catch your breath. Work hard. Good. Find the variation that works best for you. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Get ready, switch sides. So we're always honoring our bodies. If you are in pain and something hurts, then stop. If something is a little uncomfortable, maybe try making an adjustment or slowing it down. Here we go, we're working. Side plank. But always honoring our bodies. That's the whole point of exercise to begin with, is taking care of ourselves. So we don't want to push ourselves past a point of injury. So if you are experiencing pain during a workout, stop. Maybe follow up with a coach. Maybe get a hold of me. I can help you find a modification that works well for you. Ready? 3, 2, and rest. Good job. All right, we're up on our feet for that final movement, which is that squat to a knee raise or a kick. And that'll be the end of round 2 with just one more round to go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Right here, squat, knee raise. Good. And that squat, don't feel like you have to get your booty all the way to the floor. Coming down to like a 90-degree bend is great. Nice, slow, controlled squat. Really squeezing those abdominals at the top. Maybe you want to come into that kick here, which is great. If you want to push it, you might pick up the pace. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. Grab yourself a drink of water. You have a 1-minute rest here. It actually ends up being a minute 20 because of that rest period. So right now you have a minute. So catch your breath, breathe, grab that sip of water. Don't go anywhere. We've got one more round. Now we're super familiar with these movements, so we can really crush this last round of this workout. One thing I love about working the abs is doing things other than what we're used to doing, like crunches or sit-ups. So I love that we're working our core, our trunk, without just doing a bunch of crunches or a bunch of sit-ups. And I guarantee you, if you're not feeling your abs today, I can't guarantee you. You might feel them tomorrow, and they might feel really, really good. All right, ready? Get ready for your candlestick rolls. All right, I guess I shouldn't make guarantees, but I'll feel my core tomorrow. Ready? 40 seconds of work right here. Working on not letting those feet hit the ground. If you're working on those rolls, maybe if you've been doing these rolls for a few weeks and you're on week 2 or 3 of this program, you want to try letting go of those legs and working on those rolls without bracing the legs. Maybe if you've been here in this L roll, candlestick rolls, maybe you want to challenge yourself to get all the way up onto your feet here. We have 10 more seconds to work. And rest. Good job. All right, we're back into our bear crawl. You choose if you're on the floor or up on a chair. Spread those hands out nice and wide and really dig those fingers into the floor. That's going to take some of the pressure out of the wrists. Or if you're having wrist pain, you can go up onto your fists. Ready? Go. Lift those knees up off the floor, just a couple inches. You don't want to get in a bear crawl like this with the booty in the sky, like 3rd grade PE or 2nd grade PE. Keep the booty down low. Work on keeping those hips in a nice straight line. Again, if it's too much to do the taps, just hold your bear crawl. Stay with it. Squeeze the abdominals. Kick through those heels. Keep the knees up off the ground. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. All right, we're up on our feet for windmills. I'm gonna turn myself around for this next set, just so you can see this movement from the other side. So I'm taking my feet, I'm flipping both of my toes to the right. I'm softening that front knee, sending that back hip back behind me, and we're working. Here we go. 40 seconds of work. Right here, we have a nice line from our tailbone up through the crown of our head. Good. Ten seconds to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, hopefully that helps you to see it from that other side. I'll do the same thing on the other side, just in case that helps to sort of be able to mirror me instead of trying to go opposite. Ready? So toes to the left this time, soften that front knee. Here we go, sending that back hip back behind you and standing up tall. We have 40 seconds of work here. I like to look up at that top hand. You can also keep your gaze straight in front of you. Fifteen more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Nice job. All right, from there, we're going into our crossbody mountain climbers. You decide if you want to elevate those hands up on a chair or coffee table, or if you're going to go from the floor. Same thing applies for those wrists. You can be up on those fists if you have any wrist pain, or work on spreading those hands really wide and press into your fingertips. Here we go. Crossbody mountain climbers. Squeeze, squeeze. Good. Nice, slow, controlled movements here. We're not racing. We're working on exhaling all the air out each time we bring that knee to elbow, seeing if we can make contact. We might not be able to make contact, but we're working on it. Here we go. Five more seconds. And rest. Whew. All right, stay down here. Flip yourself over for dead bugs. All right, so notice here in the dead bug that my knees aren't coming in towards my chest. You're gonna work your abdominals more if you keep this angle at a 90 degrees. Here we go, we're crawling on the ceiling and we're working here for 40 seconds. Let's go. Back stays in contact with the floor, or we're at least tipping our pelvis to work our low back close to the floor. Good. This is a brain exercise as well, working on opposite arm and leg. And if doing opposite arm and leg is just like killing your brain cells, because for some people it's just near impossible, then just lower those hands and work on just doing the legs, alternating one leg and then the other. Good, and rest. Good. I've worked with lots of clients who that cross body, the opposite arm and leg is just mind blowing. So if it's blowing your mind, you can work right from here, extend in those dead bugs. All right, side plank, ready? And up, here we go, reach through. Choose the variation that works best for you. Maybe you're gonna lower that bottom knee. Maybe you're gonna work on lifting that top leg. Breathe. This is another movement that works more than just our abdominals. We're working these abductor muscles on the outsides of our thighs. We're working our shoulders and rest. Good job. Switch sides. Last set of these. Here we go. We have 2 more minutes of work, and then we're going to be cooling down. 3, 2, 1, and up in your side plank. Here we go. Reaching through. If you get to a point where you can no longer do those reach throughs, don't worry about it. Just hold your plank. Try to stay up. Keep that waistline drawing up away from the floor here. That's what's going to work those abs. Make your core nice and strong. Keep lifting that waistline up away from the floor. If you're up on that bottom knee, you're thinking about that same thing. Keeping that waistline drawing up away from the floor there. So we're not sinking that hip down. We're lifting through the waist. Here we go. And rest. Nice job. All right, we've got our final set of squat to crossbody knee raise or that alternating kick. And then we're cooling down. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Good. Work at a pace that is challenging for you. Honor your body. Here we go. Think about keeping that chest lifted throughout the squat and on that knee raise. That elbow's coming down, but we're keeping our chest nice and lifted here. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, great job. Let's go right into our cool down. We're going to take our arms all the way up overhead and exhale them back down. Good, couple more just like that. Inhale up and exhale down. 1 more. Good, this time clasp those hands together at the top, press the palms to the sky, nice big side bend. Breathing here. Good, relax the muscles of the face. Back to center. Good, release those hands all the way back down. Good, inhale them up. Interlace the hands, press palms to the sky and over to one side, the opposite side. Breathe. We tend to hold our breath when we do lateral bends, so we want to make sure we're breathing here through this stretch. Good, back to center. Release those hands all the way back down. Good. Hinge from the hips, come into a wide-legged forward fold. So maybe toe heel those feet out a little wider here and let the head hang down. Breathe. Walk your hands over to your right foot and bring the nose down towards your right knee. And then walk your hands over to the left. Bring your nose down towards your left knee. Breathe deeply. Good, walk your hands back to center, soften your knees and round up, coming up nice and slowly. Let the head come up nice and slowly. Good, one last stretch here. We're gonna step back into a lunge, and then we're gonna straighten that back leg and tuck our pelvis under, so we're getting a stretch through that front of that left hip flexor here. We're gonna bring our left arm up and over, clasping a hold of the wrist, and we'll take it over to the other side, right here. So we're getting a stretch all the way down through that left side. Breathe. If you find that it's hard to keep your balance here, you might just cross that foot back behind you instead of extending it all the way back. And switch sides. Other way, step that right foot back. Think about pressing through the heel and then tuck the pelvis under so you get a nice stretch through the front of that right hip flexor. Right arm comes over, grab a hold of that wrist. Breathe. Again, if this is too much for you, just bring that back foot back behind, or even right here is great. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's take one nice big breath together here. Inhale all the way up. Scoop up a lot of air, and then exhale, rotate those wrists as you release the hands back down beside the hips. Great job today. Great job showing up for yourself. Remember, drink lots of water, eat some quality lean protein today, and get in those fruits and veggies. That's so important. I can't emphasize that enough. Drink lots of water, get lots of rest, and we'll see you back here soon.